Hi everyone, this is Carolyn Speaks, The State of Our World on um, Monday, June 7, 2021. So what is it? Good, better, and different? All three. We still have the coronavirus with us, reigning supreme. The G7 has a deal to back a 15% global minimum corporate tax rate. That's nice. Uh, the DOJ wants to stop spying on journalists. And months after placing a gag order on the New York Times, Shamil Jaffer, America's secret spy court, should be forced to make rulings public. I agree. We have Facebook finally banning Trump for 2 years, but its design still marginalizes key voices in private discourse. And Sheikh Jarrah, residents of East Jerusalem, they face a legal defeat. Israel arrests thousands of Palestinians to quell dissent. People are trying to, the Hebrew settlers are trying to evict the Arab Palestinian residents of Sheikh Jarrah and another area. Okay, now, Netanyahu, the current leader of Israel, he's been ousted in the vote, the last election, finally. And he claims it was a fraudulent election, which sounds like Trump's claims. So that is definitely not good. Now, what else is doing? Israel soldiers assault Al Jazeera reporter amid mass arrests of Palestinians. Israel's cracking down on Palestinians living in the occupied West Bank, occupied East Jerusalem, and inside Israel. Haaretz reports Israeli police have arrested nearly 2,000 Palestinians over the past month in an attempt to quell protests and uprisings against the occupation. Israeli police arrested an Al Jazeera journalist as she covered a protest in Sheikh Jarrah, and she was not handled gently by the police. It was a violent arrest. Israel doesn't seem to understand that they can't just evict people. People are going to fight back. Now, in Colombia, a social leader who co-signed the FARC post-peace agreement in 2016, he's a peace accord supporter, he was assassinated by anti-government protests against right-wing president in that country, in Colombia. Politicians, political leaders should not be assassinated, but that seems to be happening. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris is off on a trip to Guatemala to meet with their leaders to discuss U.S. economic interests in the Central American country and to try to further militarize the region to prevent asylum seekers from reaching the U.S.-Mexico border. Well, people, see, we are trying to control Guatemala. I'm sorry. Yes, Guatemala. And so we help to create harsh governments there that treat their people terribly. So it's no wonder that people are trying to get out to come here. Now the Pope has apologized for the church's role in the deaths of indigenous children in Canada. Remember that school in Canada? They found 215 indigenous children on the grounds of a Indian residential school in British Columbia, and they're in unmarked graves. And the Pope is trying to apologize for what they've done. However, he stopped short of a full apology. All right, now, what else? Oh, in California, judge has overturned California's assault weapons ban, comparing the AR-15 to Swiss Army knives. How idiotic. The NRA is definitely in power in some circles. So there's a 30-day period in which California can appeal. I hope that they'll appeal and we can keep our assault weapons ban. Thank you, Judge Idiot. Now, Sheikh Jarrah residents face legal defeat. Israel arrests thousands of Palestinians to quell dissent. So Israel's cracking down on Palestinians living in the occupied West Bank, occupied East Jerusalem, and inside Israel amid the ongoing ceasefire between Israel and Gaza. Israel police have arrested nearly 2,000 Palestinians over the past month in an attempt to quell protests and uprisings against the occupation. According to the newspaper Haaretz, Israel is criminalizing our right to say we're Palestinian, our right to say we want to live in our homes in dignity, and our right to be free, says Mariam Barghouti, a Palestinian writer and researcher. I don't know if Israel's ever going to learn. They're not bombing Gaza yet, but who knows? All right, now, that's the main things happening. Not very good, but that's the way it is. So, we need Israel to treat their Palestinian constituents with dignity and respect. And we should cut off our funding if they don't. They don't. They seem to equate, dropping bombs on Gaza and destroying Gaza and killing Gazan people as a fair payback for Palestinians demanding the right to be free, to have a life. And our policies in the U.S. support Israel no matter what, so I hope things will change. Okay, how about a little music? Any ideas? Okay. All right, why don't we sing? Let me take a break here. Okay, the song I'm going to sing today, it's a very old song. I don't know who wrote it. It's called He. He can turn the tides and calm the angry sea. He alone decides who writes a symphony. He alone can hear a child's first prayer. He da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da. I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe someone in the great somewhere hears every word every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf or see the sky, then I know why I believe. Okay, there you got two, He and I Believe. Thank you for tuning in this evening of Monday, June 7, 2021, for another meeting of Carolyn Speaks State of the World. I hope you'll be back with us again tomorrow. And in the meantime, stay safe, wear that mask, practice social distancing, only go when you have to. And the vaccine is available for you to take. And it's safe for you to take it. I advise you to take it. I had mine on May 27th. I have a sore arm, and that'll eventually clear up. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night.